Hello from Wexford in Ireland, and it's a beautiful April spring day, and today I'm going to divide a perennial. I'm going to divide my Astilboides. So my Astilboides is here and I'm going to show you it. You'll need to come in. It's just woken up after its long winter's rest. This is a herbaceous perennial, so it just appears again around this time in late April, and I can just see it nudging up out of the soil there and over here. And this is a large plant which needs dividing. Well, I need to take certain things into consideration when I lift up and divide this plant. And the main thing is that it's in close to this palm tree, this Trachycarpus fortunei. So while it doesn't matter about tearing perennial roots, it very much does matter about tearing tree roots. So I'm going to have to be really careful to do as little damage as possible to the tree as I take the plant up. Now, I know it's very hard to imagine what this plant looks like at the moment, but it's an excellent plant and I highly recommend it. It's certainly within my top 10 perennials. And last year it looked fabulous here in May, but by the time June came around, it was just not looking its best. It was too big for the spot. So I'm going to divide it and put it elsewhere in the border. And now I'm going to show you a little clip of how it looked last May. Unfortunately, I don't have a clip to show you showing what it looked like in June when it was just too massive, because, well, I only take photos of the good stuff. But here's the clip now. Right, so I've positioned the fork and I'm going to get you to come in close now so that you can see how close the fork is to the plant. So there's the growth just coming up, so I'm going a good bit out to try and damage it, well, as little as possible for my first cut. And just to point out a couple of things around it, here we have some phlox. Now I will try and save that if I can, but I'm not particularly concerned about whether I damage it or not. And here on the right we have some forget-me-nots which are kind of seeding about. So I'm just going to take these out just to kind of clear the ground and make it clearer what's going on. And there's another one there, and here's a little lichnus which are very weedy in my garden as well, and verbascum. Right, so they're out and now it's clearer to see what's going on. So here we go. Now, I bet this is going to be a tough job. So, working my way around what potentially is the root ball of the plant on the side opposite from the tree first. Okay, it's moving. I've never divided one of these before, so let's see how it looks. Now, just go around the other side. Being careful of this hosta here. Yay. Now, that might be enough to lift it out of the ground. So I'll just put the fork down there for a moment and see if I can feel what's going on here. And it's quite shallowly rooted because it's a perennial. I thought it would go down deeper than this, but here we go. So, there we go. That's my plant, and that is a tree root which we will just rebury. As best we can. Okay, So I'm going to use this garden saw for the job because it's quite delicate work really. So I'm going to try and cut here. There we go. One banana. It's not a banana though, of course, it's a Astilboides. Now, I don't know, that might be too small a division, but it does have a kind of eye there and roots, so we'll try it. Maybe I won't cut the others quite that small. I'm going to take off this bit here as well, from across there. There we go, 3. And let's see, maybe across there, dividing those. I'm not going to try and put them into 2 pieces. Come on. Right, there. And now, what'll I do with that? I could take it down the middle there. Or I could just have one largish clump. Maybe I leave that as it is to have one largish clump for the summer. Now I'm digging a little hole to replant one of my pieces of Astilboides. Probably good enough. And I'm going to put this smallish division in here. Not too deep. I want to bury it to the same depth I had before. So we put that in there and just kind of firm the soil around. Okay, and that's it, except to give it a good watering. So that's it for dividing Astilboides, except to make sure to give them a really good water afterwards. And also the tree, the Trachycarpus, whose roots I damaged, to also give that a water too. If ever you damage something, I always think it's a really good idea to give them a water afterwards. And if you're interested in getting Astilboides yourself, I'll put the name up at the top of the screen. There's a super nursery over in the west of Ireland called Caherhurley. Now they don't do mail order or anything like that, but they do come to all the fairs and they sell Astilboides among many other hardy perennial plants very cheaply. So look out for them. Other than that, thanks very much for watching, and I hope you're enjoying your garden in April. And do subscribe if you can. Thanks very much for watching. Bye.